Okay, this is an epitaph for everybody's favourite cafe in West Kirby. When I first made the film using the same camcorder years ago of me painting the mural on the wall there, it had three ingredients. One was my love for Rosie Noteworthy, the second one was my love of children's books, my third was that I was an interior designer, so I could draw up the elevations before I painted them on the wall. Well, it was done more spontaneously than that. So this is the book I referred to as being the best colour swatch ever, and this is what inspired me to paint it in the colours that I did. It's Natalie Russell's Moon Rabbit. This is for everybody who's going to miss Slinky's walls. You always get this book and enjoy the prophetic nature of the contents inside it. Little Rabbit liked living in the city. She had her own place to stay, a favourite cafe, and so many things to see and do. But at night, when everything was quiet, Little Rabbit was all alone. She would look up at the moon and wonder if there was somebody out there, somebody only she could play with, laugh with, have fun with, someone just like her. It'd be nice to meet another little rabbit, she thought. When the city became very busy, Little Rabbit would go to the park to read her book. One day, as Little Rabbit read, she heard the most beautiful music playing in the air. She lay back and listened. The park was so peaceful and the sun was so warm, and Little Rabbit's eyes began to close, and very soon she was fast asleep. When Little Rabbit woke up, the sun had gone and the moon was shining brightly. It was past Little Rabbit's bedtime, but in the distance she could still hear music, and it was the kind of music she liked. So Little Rabbit picked up a book, followed the sound through the trees, and there she saw a rabbit, a brown rabbit who was playing a guitar, making music that made Little Rabbit want to dance. So she stayed for a while. As Brown Rabbit played, Little Rabbit danced. Then Little Rabbit told tales of the city and Brown Rabbit listened. Together they watched the changing moon until birds sang to the morning sun. For a while, Little Rabbit forgot about her life back in the city. Two little rabbits had picnics in the summer and games of hide and seek. They made each other laugh. A little rabbit was happy to have a new friend. But then one dark night, Little Rabbit saw the city. The lights were glowing in the distance, and suddenly she felt sad. The city is so beautiful, she sighed. Brown Rabbit was quiet. How could anything be as beautiful as the moonlit park, he thought. Brown Rabbit didn't like to see his friend feeling sad, so he played his guitar and danced around Little Rabbit. He even stood on his head and anything to make her laugh or see her smile. There's nothing he could do to make her happy. It's time for me to go home, said Little Rabbit. So early the next morning, Little Rabbit returned to the city. Back to her home, back to her favourite cafe, back to all the things she liked to see and do. And she no longer gazed at the moon and wondered if there was somebody out there, another little rabbit just like her, because she knew there was, and he was coming to visit her the very next day. Cafes don't die, they just change hands. Murals don't die either, they just stay inside people's minds, where they came from. They came from children's books. And what was interesting, the first time I played with Jimmy Ray was in Slinky's cafe, and it was because Simon Wallace had introduced us both. Because of Slinky's mural, Bob and Bernie's friends from the front room, who had come up from Chelsea Harbour in London, Ken Isley, he saw it and he invited me to paint a mural on his city cafe walls in Liverpool. And so I illustrated Under the Mersey Moon by Jimmy Ray. I think everybody's found somebody in Slinky's that they could relate to. And Polly, who was a student of my interior design, Designed the Moose Cafe. Another time Jimmy Ray and I played at John Gorman's invitation was in the Moose Cafe in Oxton, where I've met with clients and met with friends through the years. And Polly went on to design lovely home cafe in the ferry, where I've met with friends and sat and drank. So everything goes full circle. Everything is connected. Everybody matters. Change is a good thing. I accepted. I've decided to be Ha or Hugh Askew, just as the news came in that they were painting out Slinky's walls. So may Simon enjoy the picture of Slinky's, and I hope that Annabelle will like the horse that I painted when I was in Brighton with my daughter. God bless you all, and long live the cafe.